Hey guys, just wanted to come back at you with another live. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, we opened our doors to the Luxury Short-Term Rental Summit, and it was just absolutely amazing. And I wanted to come in and just really share with you a few of the wins that we received from yesterday. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment and say hello. So just a ton of wins, guys. I thank you all, every single one of our expert speakers for participating in the summit. It would not be what it is today if it weren't for you. As you can see my backdrop here, I'm super excited to showcase some of these amazing speakers because they have offered so much value to the community. I mean, takeaways were anything from operations to regulations. There are individuals who could really start to see a path forward for their luxury short-term rental investing. We had a lot of medical professionals who had an opportunity to attend and share what they took away from the summit, essentially. And I have been just the adrenaline highs and just reeling from all that we have been just kind of connecting with. So just wanted to come in. I will tell you, so as far as yesterday, the doors opened yesterday at 8 a.m. Eastern. And so once the doors opened at 8 a.m., all of the content was dropped for everyone who was a ticket holder. So whether they were an all access ticket holder or they were a VIP ticket holder, they had an opportunity to go in and start to consume the content. And so what I love about that is that this gave them the ability to consume as much as they want. Some individuals took a look at 2 or 3, right before they headed off to work. I was messaged that some individuals were on the road and they were able to consume while they were on the road and just kind of listen into the speakers. And what I love about this platform is that it's audio as well as visual. So you can go through and read the entire transcripts to understand, what the summit speakers are saying and just read it that way. Or you can consume from an audio perspective, or you can sit on your phone or on your desktop and watch. And I'll show you in a moment. So yesterday, doors opened. Last night, I had an opportunity to host an opening ceremony. And let me tell you, it was so amazing. It was just so engaging. And I just really feel fortunate to have had the opportunity to connect with the individuals in the community and share. And so I'm going to go ahead and go over to chat. This is pretty impromptu, I know. Okay, I'm seeing that my messaging is coming through, that I'm live. It is all good. So super impromptu today. Just wanted again to come in and say hello and let everyone know what it is that we're up to. So let me look in here and share with you a little bit about okay, one second. Okay, a little bit about what all. Okay, awesome. What all we have going on here. Okay, so guys, I really wanted to create an opportunity to give access to my community, to the network that I have been fortunate enough to be able to gain while in business. Although we are a small business, I would say that we are small but mighty. And because I have had the opportunity to sit in rooms where, at the time, maybe I didn't feel as though I belonged, but I was allowed to enter into spaces. Some spaces I invested to get there, other spaces I was able to get there by merit. Other spaces, it was just a pure blessing. And not everyone has the opportunity to enter into some of these spaces. And so because of that, I envisioned giving my community access to all of the networking tools and all of the networking resources that are available to me. And so the reason I came up with this summit was to give access. I don't know if you remember back in March, if we can do a little story time, back in March for Women's History Month, I opened up the Luxury Short-Term Rental Academy, a few modules, maybe 2 or 3 modules at the time. And this is a higher ticket program. This is a program where a lot of individuals who are really looking to move the needle are able to go in and they invest in themselves, and they'll get their ROI back rather quickly as they implement. But once they go in, they're able to move the needle, they're able to launch their short-term rental. And so again, not everyone's able to understand whether or not the investment will make sense for them, understand whether or not it's going to be something that they feel as though is worth it for them, or is going to be a good fit, right? And so the month of March for Women's History Month, I made it a goal of mine to allow as many individuals access into the program as possible so that they can identify whether or not they felt as though the program would give them their ROI, whether or not they felt if the program would help them to move the needle. And so I'm not one to shove, people into courses or into programs or anything like that. There has to be a fit, right? Because a lot of it is those relationships you're building. Okay. So all this to say, my goal again was access. I wanted to get access. I'm so passionate about access. You have no idea. I'm actually on a life mission to impact the financial picture of over 1 million women within my lifetime. And in that same vein, back in March, what I did was I allowed my entire community, if they so choose, to get access into the program to see whether or not it would be a good fit. Okay, so I'm looking here to see if anyone's got questions in the chat. If you do, just go ahead and drop it. And so the story behind the summit, the reason I created this summit was for a similar reason. I wanted members of my community to get access to my network, to get access to my Rolodex, essentially. Okay. And so what I was able to do is reach out to everyone that I knew who was crushing it in short-term rentals. And how did I grow this network? And part of it was through friendships. Part of it was through masterminds. Part of it was through live meetings where we would connect. And what it led to were friendships, individuals that I could tap on the shoulder and say, hey, Noble, I have a question about government contracts. Would you mind helping me with that? And you know what he would do? He would say, sure, I'll help you with that. Or if he has a question about luxury short-term rental or a market, he'll say, Rachel, I have a question about such and such. Would you be able to help me? And I would say, absolutely, Noble. I would be more than happy to help. Okay. And so that's the type of relationship that I have with the members and the expert speakers in the mastermind and the expert speakers in, we have a few in our mastermind, but as well as a few in the 60 of them in the summit, rather. Okay. So just completely excited about the summit, completely excited about opening our doors again to the Luxury Short-Term Rental Academy. And I just saw a message by Gamer. Hey, Gamer. I guess I'm live. You know what? Sometimes it feels like I'm just talking to myself, but Gamer's here, so I'm not talking to myself anymore. So yeah, just super, super grateful to open up the doors to the Luxury Short-Term Rental Academy again. And so just had a wonderful opportunity to share that last night during our opening ceremony. Okay. And so if you are a medical professional who is looking to cut back some on those hours, either in your private practice at the office or either at your W-2, right? This is for you. If you're an individual who has a portfolio of investments, whether it's long-term rentals, a mix of long-term and short-term rentals that are not optimized, and you're looking for a way to better position those properties and optimize them, this is for you. And so what we have and what I'm so proud of is our community of just high achieving. A lot are medical professionals. Not everyone's a medical professional, and that's absolutely okay. But we have a private community of high achievers who essentially are crushing it in their own right. But what they're looking for is a little bit of that time freedom, is a little bit more of the financial freedom than that many of us crave, right? And so I'm just completely in awe of the community that we have built. I'm completely grateful. I'm just so grateful for every member within our community. I am grateful for every single individual that signed up for the summit, that logged in, that is watching every single one of these messages shared by the expert guests. I get messages from other speakers, from all access pass holders, as well as VIP holders, who are saying what has made the impact for them. So Corinne from Breezeway, I got messages about your talk. In particular, someone had messaged just this morning that impacted them, what you shared, because, understanding the regulations is really, really huge. And partnering with their local coalition was something that they hadn't known to do. Okay, so this is what we're talking about, guys. We're talking about actionable information. We're talking about 60 seconds, but yet it is years of information. It is years of expertise compressed down to the one most important thing. And I don't know if you've ever read The One Thing by Jay Papasan. A lot of times we're just scattered doing a million things, but there's really like one thing that is going to move the needle for us and move the needle in our business. And so the one thing is what each speaker had the opportunity to share, whether it's these 3 steps are the steps that I took to connect with other investors and really catapult my business. These are the 3 team members that we need to focus on getting on our team to beef up our critical operations, or whether this is the one tax strategy, I would employ, is that the right word? Employ to get these savings. And several tax strategists spoke highly again about the bonus depreciation. We know in our community, we've saved hundreds of thousands on the short-term rental accelerated depreciation when we materially participate in our business, right? So huge, huge, huge benefits from just focusing on the one thing that is going to move that needle. So, yes. So just wanted to come in again and share a little bit about the enthusiasm that's going on right now because of the summit. I was advised, although yesterday was our last day for ticket sales, there was so much demand. We're leaving it open, guys, just for tonight. I hope the link still works. We're leaving it open just for tonight. In the description of today's like impromptu little talk, you should have access to the link. Otherwise, the link is luxestrsummit.com. That's LUXE strsummit.com. I'm going to show you a little bit of the back end and what all the buzz is about. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see who all's with us so we can start asking and answering questions and greeting and all of that good stuff. Okay, so let me go ahead and share screens. And you, as you can probably tell, like my voice is a little bit off. I'm like, kind of thing, but it is all good, guys. I'm just, you have no idea. My heart is completely full. I am, I am super, super grateful for all of our experts, all of our attendees, all of our sponsors. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so here's what I'm showing you guys. So of course, this is the summit landing page. You just go to luxestrsummit.com. If you do not have a ticket, you can purchase it. Again, I'm touting this the most powerful summit this year, guys. It's fast, it's short. Some individuals were able to knock it out in one day, okay? So just know that is powerful. You have two options. You have your all access pass, it's only $47, okay? Or you have the VIP, which is only $107, but that will give you access to the content for 6 months. Again, here are some summit speakers. Just a wealth of information, guys, okay? So if you look to the right, I do not want to, I'm gonna kind of sort of redact the, the individuals' names, but I'm gonna let you see who all, look at this, guys. Okay, so these are the individuals who are the speakers. So this information was consumed. So Meilani, if we go into the summit platform, right? Once you log into the platform, you're going to get a welcome message, an opportunity to meet the speakers, as well as watch the 60-second experts. And also you're going to have access to your event links, okay, down here. And so you'll only have one row. I have a whole lot because I'm tagged as all the things, expert, VIP, all access, early bird, all the things, but you'll only have one row, okay? So I'm not gonna overwhelm you with that, but the summit is broken down into 4 categories, easy peasy, 4 categories, okay? Anything dealing with finances or money, anything dealing with marketing, anything dealing with management, anything dealing with design or inspiration, okay? So once you go in, you'll have the different speakers and what they're covering. And if we go to the playlist, for instance, oh, you know, before we go to the playlist, head down to the live event replays and you can see the opening ceremony from last night, okay? And so keynote number 2, that's gonna be on Friday. And tonight we have a VIP networking. So, oh my goodness, that is going to be phenomenal. We're going to have prizes and all of the things. And as far as the play, oh, let's meet the speakers real quick. All right, so you see like Meilani's name is listed here. So if we go in, we can see what Meilani spoke about. So Meilani speaks about how to run a 6-figure business on 10 hours a week, okay? Moran speaks about professional strategies to help you secure a yes from property managers in corporate leases. She's a broker and she secures corporate leases. Sam Hoffner, and thank you again, Turnover B&B. Sam from Turnover B&B I'll show you more momentarily once I see him. Here he is. 4 simple steps to creating a cleaning system, a 5-star cleaning system. Okay, so once you open up his profile, for instance, if you want to do that, you can actually have access to the social media links, website, and then you can watch his video in here, which is super, super awesome. Okay, and I'm going to mute him. Okay, so that is Sam. Mark, so Mark Simpson. Mark, and let me tell you, talk about someone who is just oh so timely. Mark, in full disclosure, he was the absolute first individual. There's super funny. First individual to turn in his info. And oh my goodness, Mark is such a fun and an amazing guy. So definitely get in here and watch these guys. All right, so let's go in here. I'll show you. I wanted to see the, yeah, I think this is the view here. Okay, so when you go in, for instance, Amber, and thank you again, Price Labs, super grateful. Amber's from Price Labs. And so you can see, for those of you who may have auditory uniqueness, you can see the transcripts here. And I have individuals within the community who prefer to just see a static transcript. However, simultaneously, you have access to, I'll show you, to the captions as well. And so for whatever reason, I'm not seeing my captions, but the captions usually come up in here. Let's see. It says captions, but I need to look into that. So either way, here's Corinne. This is the one that was mentioned. Here's Tyann, Rich Monroe, Joe. Now, what's interesting about Joe and what I love is Joe is a retired nurse and he focuses on real estate investing, and he uses tax deeds, which are different from tax liens and redemption deeds. So in Georgia, we have tax liens, I believe, where there's a time period you have to wait. But where Joe is located, you have access to the property immediately. Okay, so we have John from the No BS podcast as well. Guys, you just have no idea how humbled and how proud I am that all of these individuals have joined us. So Doctors Pascal and Pascal featured on the Discovery Network, Magnolia Network, as well as they were actually featured on Airbnb. Airbnb has their story plastered all over in their marketing. So they own the beautiful wildflower cabin, and they're very much Instagram famous. Rather the cabin is, but Jesse Vasquez, retired medical professional as well. You guys know the Real Estate Robinsons from Bigger Pockets, super, super awesome content about hosting remotely. So Sarah's just cracking me up. Michael Shogren, of course. STR Secrets podcast. Oh my gosh, I'm just super, super excited. Okay, so let me go ahead and take some comments as these continue. Oh, there's Gamer. Gamer says, people have no idea how much they're getting to experience by working with you. It's mind-blowing. Thank you, Gamer. Oh my gosh. No, it is just so humbling to be able to connect with so many individuals. I'm just I'm just floored. I'm just floored. And it has made all the difference in the world. My network has made all the difference in the world. No lie, guys. Let's see. Gabriel, guys, Gabriel is one of our official sponsors who's here with us today. Thank you, Gabriel. Gabriel has a company called Casa Reward, which allows multiple people within I call it kind of still an extension of the sharing economy. Gabriel, what are your thoughts? Because everyone gets a piece of the pie potentially, right? So if your friends, if your family refer your property and it gets booked, as far as I understand, they get a piece of the pie. Of course, you get a piece of the pie because you get the booking. So I think that's such an important and innovative way of rewarding other members of the community to participate in this sharing economy. We know ads costs are high and unpredictable. So whatever we can do, right? Whatever we can do to temper that a little bit, any help we can get, I think is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to keep going down here. Okay, Kenny. So let's go and see what Kenny's up to. Oh, okay. And so Dr. Jen Barna, and thank you, Doc Working. I know you're probably not here watching, but Doc Working, I love, love, love the fact that they're participating in the summit as well, because here's the deal. What we're finding, especially in this current state of things, mindset is huge. And I'm not really one of those woo-woo people, and I probably should be, but I'm really not one of those woo-woo people, and I'm going to be honest. But what I'm finding is that a lot of, getting your bidding, the bidding wars, and, your property not being able to get that under contract, losing out on properties that you think, is your dream property, increase in interest rates, maybe a couple of loans got denied and now we have to reach out to another lender. All of those things in the middle of working a high stress W-2, can really put a toll on you, right? And so building resiliency is huge. How do we build that resiliency? How do we get those reminders? And sometimes they could be weekly reminders or daily reminders to make sure that we are ready, to make sure that we have the tools that we need in our toolbox to overcome some of these, whether it's a limiting belief or just a challenge that you're facing that particular day. Okay. And so Doc Working is providing us some stress. Let me show you stress busting hack. So this is one of the representatives there. This isn't actually Dr. Barna. This is Jill Farmer. And so she shares her hack for busting stress and a hack on productivity, as well as another hack. And so just absolutely awesome. Oh, look at Amanda, guys. If you do not know Amanda, what are you doing? She's an author at Bigger Pockets and also one of the tax strategists for Brendan Turner, Beardy Brendan from Bigger Pockets. So she's absolutely amazing as well. Oh, more taxes. Guys, this must be the money section, right? Revenue management. Tim. Oh, Ruben. Guys, I don't know what to say. I'm just like, I feel so grateful and just so humbled, so blessed. Ramya is actually a member of our community. She was able to launch her property while she was overseas using the resources within the community. And she has the most beautiful cabin. You must check it out. Micah, podcast celeb, Live, Let, Thrive. He has a really interesting strategy as well. Although his focus is towards ownership, I want to say he has a couple hundred timeshares that he's leveraging as short-term rentals. Kenny, of course, just launched his software, STR Insights. Excited to learn more about that. Stacy. Now, Stacy has the largest female STR group in the world. I'm going to just put that out there. And it's a female short-term rental investors group on Facebook. I think there are 20,000 members, which is super, super cool. Oh, there we go. We got Kyle. That just reminds me, I'm going to be hanging out with Kyle Noble, Mike Shogren, and some others next week in Breckenridge. We have a mastermind for short-term rentals that we will be hosting there. And so, yeah, super excited. So all this to say, guys, the doors are open. Although ticket sales were supposed to close yesterday, I just wanted to come in here and let you see, if you look on the side as I'm going through, I mean, this is the content that is being consumed by the members of our community and by the ticket holders. Okay, and so friends don't let friends miss out. Wanted to come in and show you a little bit behind the scenes of the Summit Hub, as well as the upcoming events that we have going on. So this afternoon, in about an hour or so, we have the experts only networking session. So I look forward to seeing all of my experts and sponsors come into a room together and gather and just get to know one another. And I know some of you haven't met each other. And the purpose of this session is to make sure I make all of the introductions, because introductions are definitely needle movers. This evening, we have the VIP networking session. So our VIP ticket holders will have an opportunity to meet with the experts this evening. So looking forward to that. And on Friday, we have a couple of sessions. We have the second keynote at 1 to 2 p.m. or 1 to 2:30 p.m. rather. And then we have an hour-long mixer Friday evening from 6 to 7. And that will conclude essentially all of the live portions of the summit. Okay. And everything else will be virtual. So you can continue to go through and watch the experts in the portal for those of you who are ticket holders. And if you are not a ticket holder, what are you doing? Get your ticket, get your ticket, get your ticket, because this summit is epic and it's $107 for the VIP. Like, come on, seriously. So again, I'm just super excited. I feel like I can come on here every single day and showcase another Yona. Oh my goodness, Yona, he's like the king of cost segregation studies, guys, which is huge. It still falls into that same bonus depreciation that we're leveraging for our taxes for those of us who still have W-2. And so for those of you who had an opportunity to join me last night, you really had a chance to hear my story, hear my background, from burnt out. Oh, 1 second. There we go. So from burnt out, oh, now I'm blurry. Okay, there. Yeah, you had an opportunity to take a look at my, story from burnt out healthcare professional to semi-retired. I say semi, although I really am, but semi-retired because I have opportunities to continue to consult and I take those from time to time. And just hearing the stories about what you would stop doing. We had individuals who said they would stop working in the ER. I get it, and those individuals also said they would stop having anxiety. And so it really hit home to me, because I remember when I was there, I was just there, and it was just incredible. So check out the replay, definitely check out the replay. Let's get connected. Let's figure out what it is we can do to support you as you're looking to move the needle, as you're looking to go from point A to point B. Because here's the deal, it's possible, right? The resources are available and they're at your fingertips. Okay. So, again, thank you for joining me. And thank you for always listening, guys. Sometimes I wonder, is anyone out there? And then I'll hear, I'll hear back from a lot of you. Hey, Rachel, I got your email. Hey, Rachel, I saw your live. Hey, I saw when you interviewed Dr. Heather or Dr. Tim, and that really made an impact. And so those are the things, guys. Those are the things that I'm really excited about. Those are the things that make me feel like I'm moving the needle. And I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I hope this gave you a little bit of a light, shed a little more light as to what we're doing this week with the summit. Again, full disclosure, next week, I'm going to be completely out of pocket, going to Breckenridge for a retreat and training and relaxation. So all of the above, we're going to just check off all the boxes next week. And I am just so looking forward to it. But I will be back with bells on, and we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming with our weekly lives with members of our community who have overcome obstacles to be able to create their luxury short-term rental portfolio. So I hope this was a little bit insightful, a little bit inspiring. Again, thank you for hanging out with me, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye for now.